Look at the board. Two sets are given. A is a set containing the elements 1, 2, 3, 4 and B is another set and its definition is given like this. Okay. So first of all, you need to find the elements of set B. Set B contains the elements x and that x is in integers and the restriction on that x is mentioned that modulus of x is in between 0 and 4. Modulus of x. I think you all know about the concept related to the modulus. Modulus of x is always positive. So 0 less than mod x is always happens, okay, because mod x is positive. 0 less than mod x means 0 is always less than mod x is always correct. So nothing there to analyze. And now the thing is to analyze here is mod x is less than or equals to 4. Modulus of x value is less than or equals to 4. So modulus of x is less than or equals to 4 whenever x is in between 4 and minus 4 and 4. If you take the values of x which are in between minus 4 and 4, for all those values its modulus is less than or equals to 4. So x is an integer and that x is in between minus 4 and 4. As per that definition, x is equals to minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. At the end, the possible values for x are minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So these many elements are possible in the set B. Okay. So set A is directly given as 1, 2, 3, 4. Whereas set B, the elements of set B, we found that the elements of set B are these numbers minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we have set A and set B. Using that set A and set B, now we need to answer all these questions. Okay. To answer all these questions, initially we need two sets A and B. So the elements of A are clear and now we found the elements of B also. So from this analysis, I will write that the elements of B, set B is equals to, what are those elements? Yeah, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, all these are the elements of set B. Okay, I will erase this for the space concern. Okay, so set B, elements of set B are not given directly. Okay, a relation is mentioned. If you analyze that relation, you will get the values of x as the numbers which are in between minus 4 to 4. Okay, now at the end we have set A and set B. Now our first question is find the number of relations from A to B. We need to find the number of relations from A to B. Okay, so what to say about this first question? As we discussed in the last class, relation is simply a subset of A cross B. So to find the number of relations from A to B, first of all we need to find the number of elements in A cross B and we need to calculate the number of subsets. So n of A, how many elements are there in set A? 4 elements, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then think about n of B, number of elements in set B. If you count all these elements, minus 4 to 1, 4, 4 and then 1, 9 elements are there in n of B. Since A contains 4 elements, B contains 9 elements, n of A cross B. So n of A cross B is simply n of A into n of B. So which is nothing but 4 into 9. Okay, and that is 36. So number of elements in A cross B is 36. From there, number of subsets of A cross B. Number of subsets of A cross B. Number of subsets of A cross B are simply 2 power 36. We know that, okay? Because if a set contains some n elements, then the number of subsets are 2 power n. Since here n of A cross B is 36, number of subsets of A cross B is again 2 power 36. The number of subsets are simply nothing but number of relations from A to B. So at the end, number of relations from A to B are nothing but 2 power 36. Just have a look. For the first problem, the number of relations from A to B, your answer is 2 power 36. Which are the subsets of A cross B and which is nothing but, since n of A cross B is 36. Just have a look, okay? So likewise we need to answer every question now, right? And if it is clear, then think about the second problem. Okay, I will erase this for the space concern. If you think about the second problem, we need to find the number of elements in universal relation from A to B. Universal relation. As we discussed in the last class, from this set A to B, there are many relations as the number of subsets. Here in particular, the number of subsets are 2 power 36. Imagine 2 power 36 is a very larger number, right? So such many relations are possible from set A to set B. So among all those relations, universal relation. What is the universal relation? As we mentioned you in the previous class, the word universal relation is simply nothing but which is equals to A cross B. Okay, every relation is a subset of A cross B. Okay, A cross B itself is a subset of A cross B, and that A cross B is the universal relation among all the relations. So to find the number of elements in the universal relation is nothing but finding number of elements in A cross B. Here how many elements are there in A cross B? 36. So your answer for the second question is directly 36. Once again I am repeating you, universal relation is nothing but A cross B itself. Why? Because A cross B itself is a subset for A cross B. So that is known as the universal relation, and that's why number of elements in universal relation is equals to the number of elements in A cross B. So at the end, your answer for the first problem is total number of relations 2 power 36, and your answer for the second bit, the number of elements in universal relation is 36. Okay, and after this just think about the third one. Okay, we need to represent relation R1 such that y R1x if y is equals to x plus 1 in list form as well as in arrow diagrammatic form. So to answer this question, I will erase the first two questions along with this explanation for the space concern. Okay, just have a look. Yeah, and now think about it. As we discussed in the last class, see, just look there. The notation y R1x. The notation y R1x means R1 is the relation such that it connects x and y with this definition. Okay, as I mentioned you, if there is a relation between the elements y and x, we usually write that y or x, or you may write xy belongs to r, or we may write r is a relation from x to y, or r of x is equals to y. So these type of notations we usually use. Already I mentioned you all these notations in the last class, and here in particularly it is given that y R1x if and only if y is equals to x plus 1. Y is equals to x plus 1 in the sense you need to add 1 for x. X is where you will get that x. X you will get from the relation from the set A. Okay, just you look here. Now R1 is a relation from A to B. Since R1 is a relation from A to B, clearly R1 is subset of A cross B. And the definition of R1 is just simply given that, yeah, with this definition. What is the definition? See, the ordered pairs xy such that y is equals to x plus 1 is the basic definition. And see, y R1x if and only if y is equal to x plus 1 is equivalent with xy such that y is equals to x plus 1. Both are same. And now you just try to list the elements of the relation R1. So for the first element x must be from the first set A. So you need to fill 1 comma some element I need to fill here. Okay, 2 comma I need to fill, 3 comma I need to fill, and then 4 comma I need to fill. So as per the definition, y is x plus 1. So here x is 1 and plus 1 is 2. So 1 comma 2 is an element of the relation R1. And x is 2 and 2 plus 1 is 3. 2 comma 3 is an element of the relation R1. And x is 3 and 3 plus 1. 3 comma 4 is an element of the relation R1. And if x is 4, 4 is there in set A, 4 plus 1 is 5, but this 5 not there in the set B, so this is not an element. At the end, R1 is a relation which contains the elements just 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, because the definition is that y is equals to x plus 1. We need to add 1 for the elements of x, for the elements of the set A. That's it. Okay. And now the next task is you need to represent these elements in arrow diagrammatic form. So the first set is A, whereas the second set is B. The first set contains the elements 1, 2, 3, 4. Whereas the second set contains the elements -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And we need to connect the elements of A to the elements of B with the relation R1. And this R1 connects 1 to an element which is 1 plus 1. So 2. 2 to an element which is 2 plus 1. 3 to an element which is 3 plus 1. But there are no elements in set B to connect 4. Because 4 just connects to 5 as per the definition, as per the rule of R1. So we don't have such element in B. So there is no connection from element 4 to an element of B. At the end, just analyze the problem once again. R1 is a relation. It just connects the elements of set A to the elements of set B with this particular rule. And what is that rule? Y R1x if and only if y is equals to x plus 1. We need to add 1 to every element of set B. So set B contains the elements 1, 2, 3, 4. You just add 1 and these are the elements and this is the relation. Okay? Just have a look. And then in the same manner, just try to think about the next two bits D and E, and then I will analyze. As we mentioned, relations are just named with the R1, R2, R3 like that. Here in bit D, we need to we have a relation R2 which is clearly a subset of A cross B. Since under our discussion there are the sets A, B, and we are discussing the relations on those two. R2, the rule is mentioned like this. So R2 contains the ordered pairs x comma y if y square is equals to x. So based on this particular rule, we need to connect the elements of A to the elements of B. Once again, just look at the rule. What is the rule? Y square is equals to x. Y square, y is an element of the second set and its square must equals to an element in x. So you just think it. So -4 is an element of set B. See, the elements of set B as treat them as y and the elements of set A you just treat them as x. So just square each and every element of set B. If the value of its square is there in set A, just connect them or otherwise leave it. Okay? -4, its square is 16, not there in set A. -3 square, 9, not there in set A. -2 square, 4 is there in set A, right? So there is a chance, we have a chance to connect 4 to -2 under the relation R2. Why? Because 4 and -2, the ordered pair 4 comma -2 satisfies this relation y square is equals to x. And then think about -1 and its square is 1. So just connect 1 to -1. 0 square is 0, not there in set A. Again 1 square is 1, so connect this 1 to 1 again. And then 2 square is 4, so connect 4 to this 2 again. So 3 square 9 and 4 square 16, not there. So at the end, there are just 4 elements in the relation R2 and those 4 elements are simply 1, -1, 1, 1, 2, not 2, 4, -2 and then 4, 2. These are the 4 elements in the relation R2 and these 4 elements clearly satisfies this particular rule that y square is equals to x. So actually the question is just asking us to represent in arrow diagrammatic form, but as an analyzation I represent also in list form. Okay, that's set bit D. And at the end we need to think about E. Just look at the problem bit E once again. What it is giving, what is the rule of the relation, and what R3 is another. There are many relations from A to B. Here just we are thinking about few relations. R3 is a relation such that the rule of R3 is given that y is equals to 2x. That in the sense double of x is y. So we need to collect all those type of elements. So y is equals to 2x. For suppose if x comma y is an ordered pair in the relation R3, then for sure that R3 of x, see not R3 of x, okay, R3 of x is just, we just connect it to y by 2, is it right? Because y is equals to 2x. Since y is equals to 2x, so what is the ordered pair in the relation? That y is 2x, so the ordered pair in the relation is clearly x comma 2x belongs to the relation R3. Actually we say x comma y, but as they mentioned y is equals to 2x, right? X comma 2x. So there are different ways. Since x comma 2x and that y we represented like R3 of x also. R3 of x is equals to what actually here? Not that R3 of x is equals to y by 2. Just have a look. Y is equals to 2x. Okay. And that R3 of x is equals to simply 2x, right? So if x is an element of set A, then we connect that element of set A to 2 times of the x if it is there in set B, or otherwise we don't have that relation. Here the question is about R3 of 2. So R3 of 2 is simply 2 into 2, that is equals to 4. Since R3 of 2 is equals to 4, it is very clear that 2 comma 4 is an element of R3. Is it right? So 2 comma 4 is clearly an element of R3, and just they are asking us to find R3 of 2, and that R3 of 2 is simply 4. No need to list all the elements which are there in the relation R3. No need to represent the elements of R3 in arrow diagrammatic form also. If you need, you just go with no problem. But as per the problem, they are asking us just to find R3 of 2. So here you need to analyze that y is equals to 2x is simply nothing but R3 of x is equals to 2x. Both are similar. And with that idea, R3 of 2 is equals to directly 4. There ends the situation, okay? No need to think all these things, okay? Just y is equals to 2x is simply nothing but R3 of x is equals to 2x. From there, R3 of 2 is equals to 4. There ends the problem. Just have a look, and then I will discuss the next ideas related to the relations. 5a. Just look at the situation. If I have two sets A and B, A cross B is its Cartesian product, and R is a relation. Since R is a relation, for sure that relation is subset of A cross B. So there are certain ordered pairs in the relation R with a particular rule. If all the ordered pairs are x comma y with a specific rule, then if you collect the first elements of all those ordered pairs, that means x, if x comma y ordered pair is in the relation R, then the set containing all those first elements is mentioned as the domain of the relation. Whereas the set containing all the second elements of the relation is mentioned as the range of the relation. And codomain of the relation is simply the second set itself is directly taken as the codomain of the relation. So just look there, I will give an example. Okay, for suppose I have a set containing the elements 1, 2, 3. Okay, and B set containing the elements 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I will define a relation. You may say some any number like R5 is a relation. Okay, such that what I will take some ordered pairs with any no need of any rule. R5 is a relation such that 1, 2, 1, 4, 2, 3, 2, 4. Okay, just look there. So I have a relation R5 with those elements. Then domain of R5 is just simply nothing but domain of R5. So for the domain, you need to collect the first elements of the ordered pairs. So for the first ordered pair, 1 is the element. For the second ordered pair, the first element is 1. For the next ordered pair, the element is 2. For the next ordered pair, the element is 2. But actually, while writing a set, no need to repeat the element. Okay, so writing one only once it is enough. No need to write once again. So at the end, the domain of R5 is simply set containing 1, 2. Whereas what is the range of R5? So range of R5 is simply nothing but the elements, second elements of the ordered pairs. Here the second element is 2, here the second element is 4, here the second element is 3. So the range of R5 is 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then what you say about the codomain? So codomain of R5 is simply nothing but directly you need to take the second set B. Okay. What is B? 2, 3, 4. And for this particular example, the codomain is again equals to the range, but it won't happen every time. Okay. Right. For suppose for C, as I mentioned, you have another relation. You may say R17. Any number I wish. Okay. There are many relations from that A to B. I will use some different numbers like R1, R2, R3 like that. So for example, I have a relation R. which is a subset of A cross B, and that R just simply contains one element 3 comma 3. Okay, that R is a relation. And what is the domain of this relation? The domain of this relation is the first element of this set. What it is? 3. So 3 is the domain of the set containing 3 is simply the domain of this relation. What you say about the range of the relation? You need to collect the second elements. So there is only one ordered pair and its second element is only 3. So the range of the relation is again 3. And what you say about the codomain? Codomain of this relation is B. Always codomain is the second set. But whereas coming for the domain and the range, you need to observe the ordered pairs, you need to collect the first elements and say it as domain, and if you collect the second elements, you just say it as the codomain. Just have a look and then I will give you one more example related to this. Okay, so just memorize that domain is simply what? Set of first elements of the ordered pairs of A cross B, whereas range is nothing but set of second elements of the ordered pairs from the relation. Okay, and now for suppose you may take it as some sixth problem. Yeah, I have a relation R which is a subset of W cross N. You just simply take that this W is the whole numbers, whereas this N is the natural numbers. Okay, right. If you need, just take there. Okay, where set W is the whole numbers and set N is the natural numbers. So if you think about W cross N, these two sets are infinite sets. So for sure there are infinite number of elements in W cross N. Okay, so R is a relation from W to N. R is subset of W cross N. See, I will define the relation R contains the ordered pairs x, y such that x plus 3y is equals to 12. Okay, so this is the rule of the relation. This relation is from what we said. This relation is just simply subset of W cross N. That in the sense, in the place of x, we need to take elements from W, whole numbers. That means the possibilities for x are starting from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 like that we need to take in the place of x. But whereas coming to the y is an element from the natural numbers, you need to take just from 1, 2, 3, 4 like that in the place of y. And at the end, the elements from W as well as the elements from the N we need to replace in the place of x and y such that it has to satisfy this equation x plus 3y is equals to 12. If it satisfies, then we need to list the corresponding ordered pairs in the relation. And after that, now here I am going to write its domain, range, codomain and everything. Just think about it. Yeah. So I need to find the values of x and y related to this rule x plus 3y is equals to 12. I know that y is a natural number. So for suppose if I take y is equals to 1, the starting natural number. If y is equals to 1, what to say about x? X plus 3 is equals to 12 and x is equals to 9. Okay. So x is 9, y is 1 is one possibility. If I take y is equals to 2 and x is equals to 6 is another possibility. If y is equals to 3, x is what? 12 minus 9 which is again 3 is another possibility. If y is equals to 4 and for sure x is equals to 0. Since x is a whole number, 0 is there in the whole numbers, so 0 comma 4 is also one possibility. If y is equals to 5, then you get x is equals to minus 3. Since minus 3 is not there in the whole numbers, so we need to neglect it. So at the end, this particular definition, rule of the relation x plus 3y is equals to 12 is just satisfied by these elements. So therefore we will simply write that the relation R as per given the rule is simply ordered pair 9 comma 1, ordered pair 6 comma 2, ordered pair 3 comma 3, ordered pair 0 comma 4. Just think about it. If you replace x in the place 9 in the place of x and 1 in the place of y, clearly it satisfies and that x comma y is in the relation. Now at the end, this is the relation. There are 4 elements in the relation and there we have different chances representing that relation in arrow diagrammatic form, list form and everything. Now our task is to find domain of the relation. What to say about the domain of the relation? For domain, you need to collect the first elements from the ordered pairs. So what are the first elements from the ordered pairs? 9, 6, 3, 0. So the domain of this particular relation is 9, 6, 3, 0. You need to identify the name domain and just keep in mind. The next thing is range of the relation. Okay, range in the sense, think about the second elements. And what are the second elements? And they are simply 1, 2, 3, 4. And what to say about codomain of the relation? As I mentioned you, codomain is simply nothing but the second set. Here what is the second set? The natural numbers. So natural numbers itself is the codomain. So in this way usually we will crack the rule of the relation, and we will find the list of elements, and after that using the list we will represent in different forms. We will write domain, range, codomain and everything. Just have a look. The next point is seventh one, inverse relation. See, if R is a relation which contains the ordered pairs xy, then its inverse relation is denoted by R inverse and is defined as R inverse is ordered pairs containing y comma x if x comma y is there in R. So for suppose if I have here two sets A, B, then R is a relation where the elements are A, E, B of C, D. Then R inverse is simply contains the ordered pairs E, A and then F, B and then D, C. Okay, you need to interchange the elements in the place of x and y. Here it is A, E, so take it as EA. Since it is B F, take it as FB. And since it is CD, you just take it as DC. So with this interchange, what happens? The domain of R will become the range of R inverse, as well as the range of R will become the domain of R inverse. Just observe it. Domain means the first elements, range means the second elements. Here the second elements EFC will become the first elements EFC. So the range of that R is equals to the domain of this R inverse. Okay, like that it happens. Just have a look.